you'll probably realise, well, that wasn't really safe, was it?
No. No.
Because if there had been a pedestrian they're coming from the right-hand side, believe me, they will walk behind you.
Yeah.
The first you're going to know about it is when you hear the bang at the back, isn't it?
Mm.
And well, then it's a bit too late, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the turning the road was very good. That was done to a very good standard. The speed was pretty much spot on. The emergency stop was very quick. You didn't do any mirror checks before you stopped. You controlled it really well. You kept both hands on the wheel.
Yeah.
And generally your use of speed is quite good. Initially, when we started off, you were sticking about 4 or 5 miles an hour on top, but then you gradually started to get used to the car and you eased it off a bit. So that was quite good. What I'll do is I'll treat you to a cup of tea and we'll have a chat and then we'll come out and do a little bit more, yeah?
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah, so we need to work on the tyres and tarmac.
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you understand why we don't need to use these signals now then? At the ground park cars?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a whole different concept for me, I must admit. Yeah. But yes, I do understand, yeah.
Is that something you just pulled together over the last few weeks because you thought I'd be looking for it? Or
no, I've always done that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's... I won't say you'd never ever need a signal to ground a parked car. Let's just say we had a meeting situation and it was a very narrow road and we had to drop in, because normally with a meeting situation we would hold back in as normal driving position as possible.
Yeah.
So everybody behind knows exactly that we're not parking, we're holding back to let the car come through the gap. Yeah.
Okay.
But there is occasions where the road could be so narrow that we may have to go into practically a parking position like we are in the moment to let the big vehicle pass. Yeah. Then I would consider a signal if you had vehicles behind you, because they may well think, oh, is he bloody parked or what? Because they might have not assessed your situation as well as you. Yeah. But that's the only occasion really. But the rest of the time it's more misleading than helpful. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There is some occasions where if you've got a vehicle close behind you and you have got a cyclist ahead, then I would consider just tapping the indicator, which is going to give you 3 flashes anyway.
Okay.
Because if they're very close to you, they're not going to see the cyclist.
Yeah.
So just use your experience of all them years and just think, well, is there any danger here? But the one thing I will try and get you out of the habit of doing is indicating to pull away and stop willy-nilly, yeah?
Yeah.
Because if you look at it from our point of view and from the examiner's point of view and from the point of view when you're teaching, they're looking at your mirror signal manoeuvre routine, yeah?
Yeah.
So if you're looking ahead and you're looking in the mirrors and there's nobody there, and that includes pedestrians, then they're going to think, well, why is he indicating?
Right.
And on an actual driving test, even for a learner, if the examiner wants to be picky, he can actually mark as a minor.
Really?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. It's because it shows that the learner's been taught properly and they are using observations ahead and behind before making a decision. And obviously on your Part 2 test you're only allowed 6 minors.
Yeah.
Any more than 6 and you're stuffed.
You're doomed.
Obviously no majors. But 6 minors is very little. So so we don't want to be picking them up willy-nilly, yeah?
Yeah.
So you will find I'll be asking you to pull over and stop and drive away again quite often, in the same way the examiner will do on test, yeah?
Yeah.
And they normally pull a crafty one as well. They will wait till there's a vehicle behind you and ask you to stop on the left again.
Okay.
Yeah? And then obviously they're expecting you then to signal.
Signal,
Yeah?
yeah.
Well, we pull the key out and we'll give us a pause.